Alright, now that you have some consonants under your belt, let's show you how to read Thai. Consonants form the basis of all Thai words, and you tack on the vowels all around them. You can have vowels on the left, you can have vowels on top, vowels on the right, vowels underneath, or in fact several vowels at the same time. Think of it as a voodoo doll with pins stuck in. The voodoo doll is the consonant and the pins are the vowels. Very often you get two consonants fused together like Siamese twins, and the vowels are usually tacked onto the right-hand consonant, which is the slave or sidekick, and the main consonant is the one on the left-hand side, which is the one that determines the sex of the word. So here are some examples. We'll deal with the vowels later, but just as an indication, these vowels are tacked onto the left-hand side of the consonant, and even though they're written on the left, you pronounce the consonant first and then make the sound of the vowel. So this is the E consonant, but you say pe. This is the I consonant, and you say pai. And this is the O consonant, and you say po. The vowels can be on top. Here you've got pa, pi, and pi. The vowels can be on the right-hand side. Here you've got pa and pa. Or the vowel could be underneath, pu. And often you'll get two or more vowels tacked on at the same time, and they make a different sound. These two together make the sound ow. So here you have pow. The golden rule when making up Thai words is that every word begins with a consonant. So here you have the push, the ladyboy pushing with the air vowel on the left-hand side, but you begin with the consonant. So you say p and the vowel air. So together it makes the sound pe. Here you've got push with the a vowel, so it makes the sound pa. Here you have the e vowel on top, so it makes the sound p. And here the oo vowel underneath, making the sound poo. And these two vowels together make the ow sound, so the word is pow. Now remember the o letter. When it's a vowel, it's the o vowel. But as a consonant, it actually makes no sound at all and is simply used as a silent placeholder for the vowel. So here's an example where we've got the e vowel attached to the silent o character, and it simply makes the e sound. Here we have the a vowel attached to the silent character, making a. Here it's e. Here oo, and here ow. Now here's something that's potentially confusing. Remember, if it's used as a vowel, it actually makes the o sound. So here it's a vowel, which is always tacked onto the right-hand side of a character. So it makes the sound po. But if you tack the o vowel onto the silent placeholder, it just simply makes the o sound. Every vowel has its own position. So it's either a left-hand vowel like these, or it's on top, or it's on the right-hand side, or it's underneath. Remember the humpback lady carrying the little baby on her humpback? Here she is again. Normally it's the H sound, but it can also be used as a sex change doctor to change the sex of a ladyboy into a girl. So if it's just the H consonant, then you make the H sound followed by the vowel. So here it's he, ha, ho, and how. But in this example, you've got the waving ladyboy, which has been changed sex into a girl, and all that does is change the tone. Normally it would be the we sound, as in we la, but the sex change doctor changed the tone into we. Same thing here. You've got the meditating ladyboy, which is normally ma, but as soon as you change the sex, the tone changes to ma, which is a question. Here's another example where you've got the o vowel attached to the meditating ladyboy, which normally makes the sound ma. But if you change the sex of the ladyboy into a girl, the tone changes to More. Where means a chasm or a gorge, as opposed to where la, which just means the time. Ma means a dog, but if you just say it with no tone, ma, it means to come. More means a doctor, but if you say it as more, it actually means grey or somber. And in the last example, you've got the two vowels tacked on both sides, which makes the ow sound. So normally it would just be lao, but if you change the sex, the tone changes to lao, and that means sharp or to sharpen, as opposed to lao, which means an approximation or an indication of something. The vowel sounds are the same in each case. All that changes is the tone, which then subsequently changes the meaning of the word. We'll deal with the tones comprehensively towards the end of the course. But in the meantime, let me show you what the tones are. There are basically three tones in Thai, and they're exactly the same as the intonations that we have in English. So the first tone is a question tone, which is exactly the same as asking a question. Why? How? Where? Sometimes when we ask a question and we're not sure of the answer, or we're a bit skeptical, then we vary the intonation slightly. We say, really? What? Are you okay? And I call that the skeptical or uncertain tone. So those are the two question tones, really. Then the second tone is what I call an emphatic or exciting tone. This is the tone we make when we're really excited. We say something like, yeah, or wow. And an example of that is a word like cow, which means rice. But if you say it with a questioning tone, cow, then that actually means the color white. Finally, you have the sad or low tone, which is very often said in a chanting way. In the same way as you'd say something like uh-oh, or or oh dear. You have to feel sad or a little bit depressed in order to make the sound correctly. So an example of this is the number 4, which is see. If you said the same sound with a question, if you said see, then that actually means color. So if you want to say 4 colors, you'd say see, see. The tones may seem a bit confusing at first, but if you get into the right emotional state whenever you say a word that has a tone, then it usually comes out right. There is a final tone, but I call it no tone or monotone. It's simply when you say a word in a monotonous flat voice. So for instance, the word for drug is simply ya. All these words on the right hand side have no tone. We've got we la, ma, mo, and lao. And these ones, all these others actually are question tones. Where, as in the question, where are you going? Ma, mo, lao, and these are question tones also. He, ha, ho, how, as in the question, how. I'll be pointing out the tones of every word as we come across them, so that you start to hear what the tones are. Now let's start reading some words. The simplest words are those that have no vowel written at all, and this is in fact the invisible or implied vowel, and it's a short o sound. So the very first word is the lady pushing and looking at herself in the mirror, followed by the meditating ladyboy, and there's no vowel written, so you assume a little o sound in the middle, and it becomes pom. It actually is a questioning tone, pom, which means I for a man, and it actually also means the hair on your head. The next word is the sagging stomach, the t sound, followed by the boy doubled over and looking up at his dangly bits, so the d sound, and the invisible vowel o. So together it makes the sound tod, which actually means to fart, tod. The next word is the H, the girl H, and the chicken in the sky, and together with the invisible vowel makes the word hop, which means the number 6. Finally, we have an H here, followed by a meditating ladyboy, but this H is the sex change doctor, changing the sex of the ladyboy into a girl, followed by the boy doubled over, and the invisible vowel comes here, and the word is mot, which means completely or entirely. It can also mean something is used up or finished. The only difference it would make if I removed the sex change doctor is I would change the tone. The sound would still be the same. So here it's mot, which means an ant, but here it's a sad tone, mot. In this word, the tone is skeptical, as in what, mot, but here it's a low sad tone, mot. There are several combinations of consonants that Thais find very difficult to pronounce together. For instance, here we have tlaat, and Thais find that very difficult to pronounce. So what they do is they add a kind of a spacer vowel, the a, to make this into talat, and that means a market. Same thing over here, we have tlok, the little invisible o vowel, together makes tlok, and that's almost impossible for a Thai person to pronounce. So what they say is talok, which means funny. And in this word we have the invisible o vowel again. And normally you should say knom, but obviously it's very difficult to say kn. So Thais pronounce it as kanom, which means candy or something sweet to eat. Finally, you have the sn combination with a little u vowel underneath, and it should be something like snook, but because sn is very difficult to say together, the Thais will pronounce it as sanuk, which means fun. In general, these are the letters that you can normally pronounce together. So if you start off with something like a k or a p, here you've got the cackling old witch, and the ladyboy carrying a cactus, and the chicken, or one of the push letters, or the spy balloon. And if you combine that with one of these letters, the l, the r, or the w, the squirrel, or the ladyboy rolling down the hill, or the ladyboy waving his legs, these combinations of consonants can usually be pronounced quite easily together. So for instance, we've got this combination here, kl, as in words like klong or klai. These combination together, kr, as in words like krap or kru. These together make kwa, as in kwa or kwan. And here you've got gr, as in krungtep or grasoang. And here you've got gwa, which is in words like gua or guang. This set of consonants can also be pronounced easily together, like pra, as in pra or pro, and these two pl are in words like pla or plow. You'll very rarely find the p consonant combined with the w unless it's used as a vowel, the u vowel. It's something that you'll get a sense for quite easily. And when we come across combinations like these in the course that are unpronounceable, I'll point them out to you.